Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the next episode of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. What's going on with you, my friend? It's your old pal Joe checking in with you on a motherfucking Monday, people. How are we doing? How was your weekend? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing better than you ever thought you possibly could be doing. All right? Just in time for the holidays. Hey, I hope you're doing fucking great. All right? I hope you are. Real quick stuff to get out of the way. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee this week, this Tuesday, the 14th of December at Crazy Gnome Brewery. And then I'll be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati the 16th through the 19th of this month, Flint, Michigan. December 23rd, we'll be at Blackstone Smokehouse. And also, I'm in Detroit on the 26th of December now, too. So the day after Christmas, I'll be down at Detroit Shipping Company. Slinging the yucks, trying to make some bucks. Iowa in January, and then I think that's about it. My friend. JoeKelleyComedy.com has all the dates and info as to where I'll be and what is going on with my illustrious comedy career. Also, if you haven't checked out Ladies and Leftovers, do that. It's streaming everywhere. You can also watch it on YouTube in case you want to look. You want to look at me tell jokes? You could fucking do that over on YouTube. Just look up Ladies and Leftovers. All right, people. What's going on with it? I hope you had a good week. We went through all that nonsense and shenanigans. Nothing happened in my world last week. Nothing interesting. Nothing out of the ordinary. Watched UFC with a couple of buddies on Saturday night. Whoa, those were some good fights, huh? Those were some good fights. The Lioness, Amanda Nunes, is so they beat her, you know? I was talking to my buddy about sports betting. He's like, you got to make sure you're making smart bets, you know, when you're doing sports betting. So Amanda Nunes, I believe, was a minus 1,000 favorite. And I also saw that I think somebody bet like $300,000 on her, which you'd only win about, I think, a little bit more than 30 grand. But, you know, that's a year of work. You know what I mean? On a for sure thing. Yeah, 300 grand, my life savings. Let's put that on this fight that is a for sure thing. And she got choked out. So I assume the person who bet $300,000 on her kind of has money to piss away like that. But if he didn't, I mean, someone probably committed suicide on Saturday night for sure. If if that was all the money you had and you're like telling your family, hey, we ain't got to worry about our kids. I know we saved up this money for our kids to go to college, you know, and, maybe some of our retirement money. But this is a for sure thing, honey. I'll put this all on this one lady who will definitely not lose, and then we'll have a little bit of extra money. And he does that. You know, and you can't go back home. You ruined your whole family's future on a for sure thing. So nothing's for sure. It was a great fight. Interesting. Charles Oliveira is still the light heavyweight champion. That's great. Fantastic. All sorts of fun. I'm not smart enough to talk about it by myself, but that's what I did this weekend. Great stuff. I made a little money doing the sports betting myself, you know. I did bet on Amanda Nunes, but that was the only one I lost. All the other ones came through, so a little bit of cash, you know. I'm gonna start to invest it in something. I'm sure. I'm thinking maybe like a hot dog stand. I feel like the world may need one or two more hot dog stands around. So, you know, I keep seeing these things on on Instagram where these people are like, hey, you buy a Coke machine, you can make upwards of $113 a month. That sounds like a pretty good goddamn idea, if you ask me. So I'm looking into invest. If anybody's got old pop machines somewhere I could put it, I'm thinking about doing that because, $113 is definitely well worth it. Just trying to think outside of the box, people. Jokes and cokes. You know what I mean? You push the button, maybe a joke comes out of it. An NFT joke, whatever the fuck that means. I need somebody, one of you fine people out there, fucking send me a guide of NFTs for dummies, because I would like to either be an NFT or sell one, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody could break that down into terms that I could understand, I would really appreciate that, because can I be an NFT myself? Is that possible to do yet? And if it isn't, fucking A, maybe I'll be the first one. I'll be the first living NFT. Is that possible? It's all digital, right? NFTs are digital. This is how much I know, people. This is how much I know. NFTs are digital. That's it. That's all I know. You can buy GIFs or GIFs for millions upon millions of dollars, but other than that, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just worked all of November. I was working some digital cryptocurrency conference, right? It was live streaming. I was running the streams. So I listened to these people talk about cryptocurrency and NFTs and Web3 for about 3 hours a day, every single day in November. And once again, I don't know what the fuck they are. You know? So if anybody could break that down and let me know what I have to do to either be an NFT or possibly produce one, I'd really appreciate it. I've tried my best. But maybe I'm making it more difficult than what it is, you know. But anyway, somebody explain that to me. I don't even know why the fuck I was talking about that, to be honest with you. How did we get there, people? I don't know. Anyway, I had nothing going on this week. Oh, excuse me, belched. You know, Christmas is coming up. I don't really buy anybody gifts. I haven't bought anybody a Christmas gift in a very long time. It just seems overwhelming. You know, you got to have a gift. There's some guilt involved if you don't have a gift for the people that you see, but I don't know. I never know what anybody needs. You know, I figure if I can come up with something on my own, I'll get that for you. But if you need something, great. But it's like just to have to give somebody a gift. And it fucking causes so much stress, I feel like, because you're like, I got to get everybody I know a gift, but I don't know what the fuck to get them. You know? You got to get creative all of a sudden. You're getting anal beads for your aunt or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just to try and mix it up. Aunt Ethel, I thought you could have used some of these old anal beads. Not for sexual purposes. You're just always leaking. So we figured we'd stop you up a little bit, Aunt Ethel. I don't know. What do you guys get people you don't know what to get for? You know, if that fucking question made any sense at all. What do you buy people that don't need shit and already have everything they want? You see, I feel like Christmas has just become just a fucking marketing holiday, you know, a consumer holiday. The whole point is to just, everyone makes it about the gifts, you know. You got to have gifts. And it's like, nah, you just got to sit around with each other and have a meal. You know what I mean? Eat some food that maybe you don't usually eat and just spend time together. Isn't that what Christmas is about? Isn't it about Jesus somehow or something like that? I didn't realize it was about fucking Furbies and iPads and all that shit. Are Furbies still a thing, people? Remember when those little robots came out and everyone had to have one? And then the Elmos? Why? Because it was Christmas time. That's the only fucking reason. You spend 2 months, you start doing your marketing fucking in October. That's why Christmas starts so goddamn early, people. Don't you understand that? People are like, I'm tired of hearing about Christmas in October. It's like, well, they gotta fucking brainwash you by then, so you buy the shit in December. That's what they're doing. That's why Christmas starts early. Not because people like it so goddamn much. It's because they have to brainwash you into thinking that you need to buy this stupid shit that you don't really need. That's all it is. That's why Christmas starts so fucking early. It has nothing to do with the fucking holiday cheer. That's all a bunch of bullshit. People are blowing out of their asses. It has everything to do with making sure that you buy a bunch of shit before the end of the year. Stuff that you don't need and you don't want and you got nothing to do with it. Especially, you're going to have your kids. If you got kids, they start pumping the ads their way. You know what I mean? Then you got some kid running around for 2 fucking months freaking out about whatever the fuck he needs. A skateboard to shove up his ass too, I don't know what kids like anymore. What do they do? what do they shove up their asses nowadays? When I was a kid, what were we doing? Shoving pogs up our ass, Pokemon cards. I think those are still a thing, Power Rangers. We were sticking Power Rangers up our asses too. We were sticking all sorts of fun stuff up our asses. Now everything's all digital. You can't stick no digital stuff up your ass. That's why these kids are all fucked up. They can't shove their toys up their ass like we did back in my day, You miss out on that with all your digitals and your computers and everything. You can't shove that stuff up your ass. And that's what really the spirit of Christmas is about. Shoving things up your ass, Anyway. I found this news story, people. I don't know if we do this too often, but maybe I'm going to try and make this more of a segment here on the podcast. Not regularly, just whenever I feel like fucking doing it or whatever. But I found this news story that just about goddamn baffled me. First and foremost, let us not forget that Alec Baldwin mercilessly shot and killed a woman not too long ago and has suffered no repercussions. I probably should have said that up top. We mustn't forget that Alec Baldwin loves to murder women and not deal with any consequences. But that has nothing to do with this news story. Just a friendly reminder that Alec Baldwin, if you see him, get out of there, ladies. You got to keep your head on a swivel. That guy will shoot you square in the chest. Anyway, here's the news story, all right? It's the title of this. It says, a 45-year-old woman impersonates 22-year-old student for 2 years and nobody noticed. Okay? This was a college, too, of course, because a 22-year-old, you have to be at college. That'd be a little bit fishy, right? If you had a 45-year-old pretending to be a 22-year-old, but, also in 10th grade. She would have got found out real quick, I feel like. But this is just the fact that nobody fucking clicked a goddamn ad, and now I'm going to get goddamn flagged or something like that. I'll get sued for playing unlicensed content or whatever it is. But anyway, this is just how bad is your judgment of how stupid is everybody getting? You can't figure out that a 45-year-old woman is not 22. And not to be listen, not to be disrespectful to ladies. Listen, ladies, I love y'all. I think y'all are beautiful no matter what age you are at. You understand? I think you're all created in the likeness of a goddess. And you should be treated as such, no matter how mouthy and out of control you get. Nobody should ever tell you no or shut the fuck up because you're just so beautiful and perfect, all right? So let's not forget that. But at the same time, ladies, remember what you looked like when you were 22? You know what I mean? Remember what you looked like when you were 22. And have you ever looked like you were 22 since you've been 22? No. And I'm not talking about the fashion or anything like that. I'm talking about your fucking face. I'm talking about how if you're a 45-year-old woman, you have a 45-year-old woman's face. You're old bag at that point. You know what I mean? I'm saying a 45-year-old woman looks like a 45-year-old woman 99 times out of 100. You know what I mean? And immediately I scroll down to look at the mugshot or whatever. And this lady looks like a 45-year-old woman. But maybe because everyone's so ashamed, or you're not supposed to ask about a woman's age, that if she goes, I'm 22, and it's you're clearly not, you can't say anything because you're a misogynist or some shit like that. Because if you say, no, lady, you really do look 45, somehow that means you hate women. I don't understand how nobody could have noticed this fucking lady. I'll fucking put her, if you're watching the video, I'll put a fucking picture of her up in the corner. There's no way. There's no fucking way that anybody in a right sense of mind, these are college students, right? The future of our great country that we live in, can't figure out if a 45-year-old woman is 22 years old or not. All right? That's how this story all starts. Here we go. A 45-year-old woman who stole her estranged daughter's identity managed to fool everyone that she was 22 years old for 2 years, enrolling in a university and dating boyfriends who were convinced she was in her early 20s. Fellas, again, a 45-year-old pussy does not feel like a 22-year-old pussy. This pussy has had children. You know what I mean? What the fuck why is everyone so goddamn stupid? Listen, you could fuck a lady and tell how old she is. I mean, that's the only way to really find out, you know what I mean? You can... It's the only true way to know how old a lady is by fucking her, because they got little rings in their vaginas like a tree. You know what I mean? Big difference between a 45-year-old pussy and a 22-year-old pussy. Okay, this lady's name is Laura. She might go to jail for 5 years without parole. All right, stole her daughter's identity. Blah blah blah. Committed fraud. These are all the fucking charges being brought against her. I want to know more about the story. From Jonesboro, Arkansas. Okay. And no one questioned that she was 22. Okay. Everyone believed it, the police chief said. She even had boyfriends that believed that she was 22 years old. She was a giddy, silly girl. She was 22, but she acted 17. So she's 45, pretending to be 22, but acting 17. Listen, I know a lot of older ladies like that who act just more or less retarded. We can say that word here. We know what I mean on this podcast when I say that, okay? We're not here to get mad and get upset, but we know, listen, what better word do you have for somebody who is above the legal drinking age but still acts like a teenager? Yeah, I could say immature. Fuck off, okay? That could have been a better word, but retarded. We all know what I mean. Let's move on. I treat this, I think, wait, I don't know if this is a fella or a lady who's saying this. Avery Parker. That's a very gender neutral name, is it not? I could say it I don't think I can. It's in the news story. I try real hard to see the 45-year-old Laura so I can hate her, but all I see is a 22-year-old Lauren who I just wanted to help. How can you not, especially if like, oh, I had boyfriends and, clearly they were fucking. Bro, you don't notice like a C-scar or anything like that and go, oh, dude, she just said it's like a belly piercing gone wrong, bro. That's all she said it was. She said she got like a belly piercing caught in like a in someone's ring when she was like cheerleading, bro. That's what she said happened. I wonder why it was so big, but she's like, oh, it was a nasty belly button ring scar. How don't you have any awareness that this lady is old as fuck and pretending to be 22 years old? Anyway, blah, 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 pretended to be her. She posted stuff with filters. Might go to jail. The point of it was, I just can't believe how bad we've gotten, or just people in general, about being able to judge someone's character. You know what I mean? And go, hey, you might be twice as old as you say you are. And not even because of your behavior, but just because of your old saggy face. The fact that you keep talking about MTV in the 80s. You know what I mean? The fact that your favorite band is the Rolling Stones. You know? The fact that you have a poster of David Cassidy on your wall. He's a real hunk. None of this was a giveaway. You know what I mean? None of it. None of it was a giveaway at all. And nobody at the school, the professors are stupid, the kids are stupid. Everyone's a fucking idiot nowadays. Anyway, a little bit of a fun story. Hey, We're doing perfect on time. We'll do a quick one today. Let's wind this down. Let's get you the animal video clip of the week and get you on your way, people. All right? Hopefully we've had a little bit of fun today. Don't stress out about the holidays. And listen, ladies, quit lying about your age. Remember believe all women? Remember that shit too? Remember when it was like, hey, you have to believe all women. So then some old lady is just like, hey, I'm 22. And also I'm Ally McBeal. And we go, well, fucking A, you must be. Okay? You must be Ally McBeal because I must, and you must be 22 because I must believe everything you say. That's a bunch of malarkey, all right? Women lie. Clearly, they lie all the time, just like everybody else. They're not different than anybody else, but just the fact. Listen, I knew that was all bullshit, believe all women, because I got a sister. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with a sister who would get me in trouble when I hadn't done anything at all. So, sorry, ladies, that I don't believe y'all all the time without merit. You know what I mean? I can't forget all the times, all the shitty things my sister did to get me in trouble for no fucking reason, just because she felt like it, because she was mad, because she didn't get her way, because she was upset. You know what I mean? So she didn't get Joe, and then I'd get yelled at for doing nothing, people. For doing nothing. All right? Anyway. Let's move on to the animal video clip of the week, shall we? This one's, hey, fun. Do you think animals understand humor? Can I ask you that? Do you think there are some animals who can have a laugh here and there? Do they get it? Do they really understand? I think monkeys, maybe, chimpanzees, they seem to kind of have a laugh and a good time. But I'm talking about other animals, you know what I mean? Donkeys. Do you think donkeys understand humor? Do you think if you told them a joke, you'd laugh? They'd laugh? If a donkey told you a joke, you better fucking laugh. That's incredible. But if you told a donkey a joke, do you think it would laugh? I don't know. But I think donkeys understand humor. This is why I say this. This is a great video. Definitely look it up. Just look up donkey laughs at dog, right? These people were on a farm, of course, because they're hillbillies. That's why there's a donkey around, right? They got no education at all. They're dumb farmers. It should be looked at as such. They don't understand anything about nothing, all right? They just live out and fuck each other's cousins and raise donkeys. That's what most farmers do, you know? They're not sensible people. You can't be smart and a farmer. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows every farmer fucks his daughter, and they're just hillbillies, and they got no education or common sense, right? They're not some of the smartest people on the planet. They're dumb farmers. These people, they got a couple of boxer dogs on this fucking, I don't know what they're doing exactly. I think they're trying to get maybe the dogs acquainted with are donkeys considered livestock? The other animals. There's a couple horses and a donkey. So the dogs are getting close. It's fucking fantastic, people. This one boxer dog gets a little bit, they got an electric fence, gets a little bit too close to the fence. It shocks the dog's nose. The dog freaks the fuck out. You know what I mean? It managed to get out of its collar. It was on a leash. These people are in the farmland where there's nobody around, and they keep their dogs on leashes. Meanwhile, I go out in the back around my apartment where it is just open to the public, and none of these dumb white bitches got their fucking dogs on leashes. Another day, another story. Let's get back to why you're here, the animal video clip of the week. What happened to the boxer dog, Joe? You must be wondering. I don't know. Because the dog just takes off, gets out of the collar, takes off, and the camera turns back, and that donkey just starts laughing. You know what I mean? It's incredible. It starts doing its fucking whatever it is. What would you call a donkey noise? A bleat? Do donkeys bleat or do they neigh? I don't think they neigh either. I think that's a horse. Whatever the fuck whatever sound donkeys make, it made that, and it looked like the donkey was smiling and laughing at the dog. So I'm just curious if y'all think that other animals understand humor. Or are we the only ones smart enough to get it? All these great jokes that everybody tells all the time. Are we the only ones? You be the judge. Let me know what you think. email me or hit me up in the DMs. Can animals understand humor? What are you getting for Christmas? And could you tell if an old lady was an old lady or not? Answer me those 3 questions. info@joekelleycomedy.com or the DMs, And what the fuck? NFTs. Someone get back to me on that, please. Would appreciate it. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast this week. Hope we had a little bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you're doing just absolutely wonderful and good things and positive things are happening to you in your life. All right? Once again, I'll be in Nashville this week, December 14th at Crazy Gnome Brewery, the 16th through the 19th at Go Bananas in Cincinnati, Flint, Michigan, December 23rd, Blackstone Smokehouse, and I'll be in Detroit on the 26th. JoeKelleyComedy.com for all the info on where I'll be. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast, everybody. Appreciate your time. Hope we had some fun today. All right? Get out there, have some fun, have a good week, get shit done, and take care of yourself, all right? Take care of somebody else, too. I'll catch you all around real soon. Later.